All right, everybody, here we are. It is the NFFC Rotowire Online Classic, and we are about to draft for $250,000. Chris, why don't you take us into this and give everybody kind of a quick overview of the contest?
Yeah, Dan, this is a nightly contest, the Rotowire Online Championship, $350 entry. You could go to playnffc.com and sign up. There's drafts going on at this time of year almost every other hour. Every night you can get in at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, midnight. These drafts are fun. They're quick. They take an hour and a half. My question to you guys is, how are we spending this $250,000 between us when we take this one down tonight?
Well, I think there's got to be like a cigarette boat. What else?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out, I guess. Let's get to
right.
it first. But yeah, you can sign up at Play NFFC. Prime times are it's almost that time of season. The main event of NFFC, $1,700 entry. Go and sign up. Those drafts are going off every night now as well for the next 2 weeks. So only 220 spots left. It'll be a complete sellout. Shout out to Greg, Tom, and Jeff for another great year. And we are off and away. We are out of the 4-hole tonight. How do we all feel about the 4-hole real quick? Is that a spot that we all are comfortable drafting in this year or not so much?
I am. I like 3, 4.
Mm-hmm. Nelson, what about you?
Yeah, that's CD territory for me. And I think that CD's one of the receivers that is the favorite to unseat Chase as the number one wide receiver in fantasy.
Yeah, and it's funny. Most people prefer CD over Jefferson. It feels like in drafts now, as the maybe that's because Jefferson's missed most of camp. Maybe it's a little bit of the quarterback uncertainty with McCarthy, a little of both. But it seems like CD is comfortably the number 2 wide receiver in NFFC scoring for drafters this year.
Chris, I'd add that Dallas's defense is going to be. I don't think it's going to be good, and their run game looks pretty terrible. So I think it's going to be Air Cowboys. So I think that adds to it too. And
Totally. Yep. And the nice thing about the four hole is that you're feeling really, really good about whoever you get here. If somebody skips on Bijan or Gibbs to take CD, so what? I mean, we'll take any one of those 4.
What I like is at the 3-4 turn, you get to dictate what you want to do. Really, even if you got to be a little aggressive because you're not, you're on the other side of the board, but at least have that opportunity.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that, Matt. Actually, for the last month and a half of drafts, I wanted to be in the middle. Then there was a time frame where I wanted to be more at the end. Now I'm just thinking the beginning of the draft, you might as well just get ahead of everybody and dictate throw ADP out the window. Just go get what you want. So,
yeah,
there's positives and negatives to each part of the board.
Yeah, I was really into the late part of the board a couple weeks ago, but I think a lot of things have evened out since then.
And we're off
and running. Every draft usually starts off this way. Chase and Bijan 1-2. That's the consensus. And as we have talked about already, 3 and 4 are usually the same 2 names as well. We'll see what we get handed here. Okay. And that makes our decision pretty easy. We're going to start off with Nelson's guy, CD Lamb here. And, yeah, there you go, Matt.
And that's perfect. Like I said, we were getting Gibbs on Lamb, so that's why I do like this spot here.
Yep. So CD's in our back pocket. We start off with a nice wide receiver 1. And
there it is. I mean, I think now we're going to start seeing him maybe sneak in a couple of these, even a little further. Maybe he goes 3 CMC. It's that
Nelson,
time of year.
Nelson, do you see CMC living in the top 6, breaking the top 6 guys? Listen, what we see every night in drafts is the top 6 is pretty much locked in. If there's going to be one person that infiltrates that top 6 when the big money's on the line, it's got to be McCaffrey, right?
Yeah, it's McCaffrey that's I think's going to move up out of all these guys. Top 6, top 7.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, if you're comfortable with McCaffrey in the back half of the first round, then why wouldn't you be comfortable with him at 5 or 6? I mean, I can understand why he wouldn't go 1, 2, 3, or 4, but basically anytime past that, I think if you're going to take him and you're comfortable with him, you could take him anywhere after that.
I mean, I think it's been a slow drumbeat consistently over the last month or two as he's climbed up, and everybody got comfortable when he got to the turn. Then he was around 10. Now in the 2 primes, I think he's like 7 is his ADP. And you're hearing Trent Williams say that he looks like Offensive Player of the Year, CMC, and the rest of their backfield's pretty banged up. Though I did see, what's his name, practicing today.
Yeah.
Garundo.
Yeah.
Another, this is what we're seeing now. Neighbors fall into that 10-11 range a lot, whereas you saw, in the last month, Neighbors was living in that 7 spot. You would have the big 6, and then Neighbors most of the time was that next player off the board. You're seeing Amon-Ra and Brian Thomas jump him now, a lot of these drafts. And there you go, yellow. Listen, it breaks down most drafts here in the NFFC, 5 running backs, 7 receivers in the first round. That's usually what it is, and a lot of yellow at the turn.
Yep.
Boys are flying over here. We got some NFFC veterans in this draft. We got Martino, Satinoff, Spiteri, Marty Smith, a lot of NFFC vets here. They know who they want. They're making the picks quick. That'll keep us flowing real fast tonight.
I'm hoping we see a couple of spicy meatballs, though, pop.
Yeah, King in the 7 hole, and then 1 hole. Is that Joey?
No, it's a different Brown.
Different Brown? Okay.
Brown. Yeah.
But
It's Charlie Brown, I think. No.
Charlie Brown.
And there's AJ Brown off the thing. A lot of Browns around here.
Look at all the
Chase
Browns.
Brown,
AJ Brown, all the Browns. You won't see any Cleveland Browns, though, anytime soon.
I'm curious. Stakes, HN falls further.
Probably
yeah.
not.
I
What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
I think so, and I'm a big HN guy. I'm just worried. I mean, because I don't really know what the hell's going on.
It's a holding pattern right now, I believe. Right now, if you're drafting, you probably see A-Chain fall in the middle of the first to the end of the first. And then in a week when he gets back on the practice field,
I like Taylor here.
Yeah. What do you got?
McConkey.
We got 1 McConkey, 1 JT.
I'm a Conky as well.
I'm a JT. I think you can't start off. I think you could start off real nice. Through the first 2 rounds here with a wide receiver 1, a top 2 wide receiver, and a top 5 running back in my eyes. So
there you go.
I think we go JT.
I don't hate that pick. That's for sure.
Let's see. Jesus.
Dan, you hope you're backing up.
We're good, buddy. We're good. No.
Dan's the backup quarterback, the wily veteran off the
That's
bench.
it.
That's right.
Dan's playing the role of Jameis Winston tonight.
Holding the clipboard and eating W's.
Gunslinger.
Now, with Taylor, that's the one guy that I think has been very quiet this offseason, and he's capable of having a sneaky, really good season. And then we look back and we're like, man, this guy went at the end of the 2nd round in drafts. And
Could happen.
I'm not saying Saquon's season, although he's got that upside, but you know how we thought of Saquon? We're like, holy crap. We passed on Saquon in the 2nd round. It looks foolish. I just think that Taylor has that upside.
Well, I mean, I think it was between those 2 guys. I think it was simple. Do we go double wide or do we get Taylor? So I mean, I'm not upset that we got.
I agree. Those were the 2 guys I had on the board. We all saw it the same way. It was between Ladd and JT. For me, I could have went either way. But deep in the first, 2nd round there, I was comfortable with either one. Nelson, is your arrow pointing more up on JT with the Daniel Jones news, or it didn't really matter to you one way or the other?
It did. That's why I've become a little more bullish with JT with Daniel Jones. You're not going to see the quarterback sneaks and runs, in the red zone, things like that. And then when you look at the numbers last year, small sample, but JT fared a lot better when Richardson was not the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we talk too much about that, I just want to point out for those who are not familiar with this format, it is third round reversal. That's why you see that third round going this way. And that's why we, when we're taking Taylor, we had to think about, not just what the next 6 picks were going to be, but the next basically 12 picks were going to be, because it's going to be a little bit longer. Then in the 3-4 turn, that'll be our short turn.
Yeah, but remember, we don't draft
home,
with a condom on this team.
Yeah, no, there's no condoms off tonight. Condoms are off tonight. We see our first quarterback, elite. We talked about it on our show, the Fantasy Umpire, yesterday. You're going to see a lot more elite quarterback, top 3 guys going in the third round as the big money comes on the table in the next couple weeks, I believe. Team 12 starts off with 2 monster wide receiver ones and hits them with Lamar Jackson, who's, him and another guy are, the top quarterbacks in fantasy this year.
Yeah, I was looking at my high stake teams compared to my 350s, and it's kind of funny in my high stake teams how I have like a majority of the elite quarterbacks, and then the other ones.
Ted McMillan is our first boomer pick, boys.
Chatoria.
Real boomer.
Worthy, look at it. It's moving.
Oh, man. That's a sad day for at least 3 of us.
Team 8 goes 3 wide receivers, same as Team 11. So,
and shout out to Team 3, Rob Geis, my boy. He's another veteran player. He's got a nice start. I mean, first 2 rounds we all have nice starts, but.
Yeah, don't you notice that? Like, I was looking through a couple of my draft. You know what, guys? What are we thinking here? We're about on the clock.
Let me see.
We got McBride on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We got Harrison would be my top rated wide receiver here, and then you have Hampton or Trevion.
Oh.
I'm kind of out on Harrison, but I mean McBride works for me. The guy, I thought he was in the queue, but maybe he's not.
I like the value of Trey McBride down here, just to get a little different look here. Dan, are you on board with that or no?
Yeah, I'm good with McBride.
Nelson?
Nice pick.
Yeah, I'm good with him.
Okay. Dan, you want to hit that for me? If you could just pop that in or no?
Yeah, I can do that. All right,
You see Trey McBride a lot of times, in the beginning of the third round. I think we get some nice value having him fall to the other side of the board here. And again, we talk about the third round all the time. If you can pick off an elite quarterback or an elite tight end, might be what a lot of drafters decide to do.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the targets that he's going to get. And even though I'm like terrified of Kyler, I'm more terrified of him throwing the ball down the field. As opposed to him getting the ball to McBride. We've seen him do that.
Okay.
All right. And then only one of our targets is left, so that'll probably disappear by the time it gets back to us.
Is he gone already?
I mean, I'm assuming that we're looking, we come around
we're going
board.
Yellow.
Yeah, we come around the board here. This is wide receiver territory for a build like this. I'd hate to go into the 5th round with only 1 wide receiver. And that's the luxury of being on the left side of the board in this situation is you could go whatever way you want first 3 rounds. You're going to have a really good receiver staring at you in round 4 to build off of CD Lamb.
You could do whatever you like.
There you go. Obviously, the drafters are thinking the same way here.
Yep, we got a little Rams
again.
There's the
every time
one.
I've gotten 3 chases so far with JA, and I just got to take Burrow. I just can't not take Burrow. I don't even care if if Allen's there or Lamar.
Yep.
I think they're like, peanut butter and chocolate. You got to go with them.
All right, guys, let's see if we're all in agreement here. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but if I'm in the 4-hole here, I like the idea of putting George Pickens on this team.
I got him in there too. I'm with you.
It's a nice stack. I mean, I think Travion is worth talking about as well.
Yeah, if we go Pickens, then we got to make sure that we move Dak up later in the draft.
Yeah. We can always do that and go for a Cowboy stack later down the road. Are we missing anybody?
I mean, it's double fold for me. It's the stack, and I think he's probably the best receiver on the board.
Matt, are you going to be emotionally okay the rest of the way if we pass on
Pickens. I'm the one who put Pickens in the thing.
Dan, can you smash? Can we do that?
Yeah, Pickens on the team.
This is where Pickens should have been going, earlier this summer, in my opinion.
Don't worry, man. After that opening game, he's going to be going earlier.
I assume that too. But
turn. Nelson says the 1-2 turn after the big game.
I did a solo prime early in the month. I got him at I think I had a 3-pick. I got him at 5-10.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Now I'm sure everybody's going to try and move Dak up to block us. That's quite all right. We're not doing this for the we like the offense, and I got no problem with that. But if
we lost Dak, I wouldn't be like, oh my god.
No, it's not the end of the world.
I would be, and I'd be checking the name of who sniped us. Just
writing a scathing email after.
I hold grudges.
Yeah, it'll probably be like Spiteri. He wants to be a prick half the time, so he wants to pull us. He wants to pull the Sander.
No, it'd be like Satinoff. It's Satinoff in the 9-hole. He's the type that he would take him here in the 5th round.
100% Nelson. You're right. Satinoff and Sander are like twins.
Just that shit-eating grin, right? Just looking across the table, saying "ha ha."
But instead of the Shador, it's the Sander.
The Sander. Cortland Sutton has gone off the board. Man, it always looks weird when a team goes 1-1-1-1 through 4 rounds, doesn't it, guys?
It does.
It does, but I think this year you can do it better. I don't know. Maybe just because these tight ends are so good and they're so elite that I don't really mind it as much as I would in the past.
Yeah, it's weird. Like you got a top running back in McCaffrey, you start off, right? And you got the tight end one and the quarterback one, like in Josh Allen and Bowers. It's like, why should you not like that? But it makes your team look unbalanced as you get through the draft a little bit. So let's keep our eye on Team 5 and see what he does.
Yeah. I mean, I think Bowers will probably be going, mid-first round next year. So,
question from the chat. We're covering up Chris here for the moment. But do you guys take someone else's quarterback to block the combo? That's the question.
I do not.
No. I never. I look at everyone's team. I know exactly what they have, what they're doing, but I don't worry about blocking people.
No. Because usually it's a suboptimal pick for me.
Exactly.
So,
there you go.
If it's the only way I'm going to block him is if it's also for some reason the optimal pick for me, then too bad, so sad. I was first, so that's the way it goes.
Yeah, like you said, you're going to wind up hurting yourself in the end.
Yeah. There goes ice cold Ken Walker off the board at 47 overall. That's a nice.
It's either like the greatest watching him fall. It's either a great pick or is it things to come? I mean, I'm a big Walker guy, so I'm hoping, that it's a great pick. I'll be honest with you. Who's on the clock? Spiteri?
Yep.
I do like that start. Though. Come on.
Yeah.
Neighbors, Puka, JSN.
We should have a nice wide receiver sitting in our lap, too, by the time it gets back to us.
And you're seeing this a lot as well, a little 5th-round DK now, where he's starting to fall out. DK was making it, about a month ago, DK was that popular wide receiver that was going at the end of the 3rd round. Then he started coming around to the turn to the middle of the fourth, and now he's seeing him slip down. It just goes to show you, like, you get past pick 30, and it's whatever wide receiver you prefer. So,
But honestly, I think he's going at the end of the fourth, early fifth is where he should be. I mean, I've had this argument numerous times over the years. He's had that one season where he was sixth overall. Every other time he's been 20th or further down.
Yep.
Like, I mean, watching him play is awesome, and he's a beast, and he's in a prime situation this year. I get it. He should be Rodgers, guy, peppered. But I think, late fourth or something, mid fourth is where he should be going, as opposed to where he used to go.
I agree with you, Matt. I think that's exactly right.
A lot of yellow on the other side of the board there. You know that whole side of the board is setting up for some green in the next couple rounds, going that way.
Yes, that'll be the boomer section, coming up there. I could name the three guys already that they're all mouth watering for.
Yeah,
I think Dan spoke too soon about having nice wide receivers.
Yeah,
sitting
Dan.
there.
Enough with the
could
jinx,
be.
man.
No, we got to run here, boys.
no,
Yeah, we
yeah.
do.
That's
There's
why.
still some
That's
big
why
ones.
in the position we were in, I'm glad now that we took Pickens instead of Trevion Henderson in that spot.
Yep.
You know,
I think when we took Taylor and then McBride, we had to go receiver. It was as much as I love Trevion too, but
yeah. There's the Travis Hunter love. I don't think Travis Hunter makes it out of the 5th round in Vegas, guys. You hear all the talk about him playing mostly offense, and that's just going to keep building and building. And again, everybody loves rookies. We have a rookie whore in the chat here.
you got a rookie whore right here too. I'm proud of it.
That's who I was talking about.
I thought the other chat.
No,
I wasn't looking at.
I meant the live stream.
I'm just throwing some names in the queue.
Mhm.
Guys,
I like it. That's good.
Let's see.
Who is available? Well, okay, that's not there.
It's yep, there he goes.
And they really took a nice run on these yellow stickers.
They did. And it's likely to continue through the rest of the round, too, given all the green that's already on this side of the board.
Let's see. Devonta.
I mean,
like
I'm for the
Jay
top
Flowers.
guy, but
I'm a Zay guy here based on how this draft is going.
Yeah, guys. How do we feel about that?
I like Zay. I would have went with the top guy, but I'm fine with Zay.
I think it's got to be Zay. It's getting pushed into it.
Yeah, it's unanimous for me. Zay would be my pick as well here. So I think it's a solid wide receiver 3 for our team.
And he's still young enough that he can have that breakout season. So I don't.
If his touchdowns go up too, I mean, he's gone up every year in targets, receptions. It's just last year at the end he disappeared and then was hurt for the playoffs. But
Everything's been around the line of scrimmage. If Lamar starts hitting him deep on those passes and he starts making some house calls from like 40, 50 yards out, I could see a breakout season.
well, that's a great point, Nelson, because that was the thing last year where Lamar missed him a couple times, like wide open. Because I had plenty of them because I'm Lamar, and
Talent-wise is there. I mean, it can only help as long as, the longer Isaiah Likely stays out of that offense as well. I don't know if he's going to miss September. We really haven't heard any update on Likely. I don't know if you guys have, but till he gets ramped up, that's an extra, an extra body in the offense that Lamar likes. So,
Yeah, and he hasn't come back to practice, and this was a foot injury, so it's going to take him a little while to get back into football shape.
Yeah.
It's not like a shoulder or hand or something like that where you can kind of keep your cardio up.
Mm-hmm.
I might be in the minority, but I think the Browns' offense isn't going to be as bad as everybody thinks. Even if it's not good, I think they're going to be playing from behind. I don't think the defense is.
I agree with
Everybody
that.
has that mindset that their defense is so. Look, they have some really good players on the defense.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
See what happens.
Let's see what we got here. We're 2 away.
I think we're all thinking the same thing here. So
Yeah. I like this build with sneaking the elite tight end in still.
yeah,
I like the way it's shaping up.
I mean, I think we got 4 elite pass catchers. So
Oh, there you go. See, now Brees Hall, I just had this discussion with somebody. The slide is getting too ridiculous now.
it is.
In my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's just like everyone hates him. Everyone's just negative, and he's just falling more and more and more. Nelson, do you think this is a ridiculous price for Brees Hall, or you're just completely out?
So the other night in my prime time, he went in the 6th round also in that prime time. And we're on the clock, guys. I think it's the guy that Maddie wanted before. Around later. Yep. I think that worked out perfect for us.
Yes.
If you guys agree.
What do we got?
I think it's a clean sweep.
I think it's Harvey.
You want to? Okay, you guys. Now, before we click on that, we're good with just having the 3 receivers and waiting now until the long term. We know what the receiver position happens. All these guys on the right side of the board are going to be,
I'm shocked. This is coming from the guy that's always he was saying on the show. We got to get that. Where are you getting that running back?
I'm in. I'm up for the boomer
thing.
Hat on backwards.
Baby. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go. Dan, put it in. I can't do it, so you got
Boomer.
It worked out perfect. We got Zay and him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back to Brees Hall, though. I do think that
Billy Watts.
This is about as far. This is about as far as it needs to go with Brees, I think.
Yeah, he's still a good pass catcher, and Fields does check down a fair amount, so it's fine.
Listen, they this past preseason game, they didn't let Isaiah Davis play with the ones. All 18 snaps with the starters were Brees Hall and Braylon Allen. Brees Hall, I believe, was 11 out of the 18 snaps. I still believe in the talent. You give him to me in the 5th round in that spot. I would have had to think real hard about pulling the trigger where we pulled Zay Flowers if I had an extra receiver on that team early. It would have felt perfectly for this particular team. If we had replaced McBride with another receiver, if we take like a Marvin Harrison where we took Trey McBride, Brees Hall with Jonathan Taylor in the 2nd and the 6th, 2nd and the 5th would have looked real nice. I mean, 2nd and the 6th. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rob Geis said he was Team 3 was debating on Kamara and Harvey. Yeah, we are texting back and forth here.
Yeah, I mean, when in doubt, go with the guy that's a step closer to the old age home.
Yeah.
Rashee Rice going at 6'6". I think that's a good price for him.
Mm-hmm.
Especially from what we're hearing now, that they didn't ask for the 10 games. It was 8 games they asked for. So
I just couldn't take the upside of a Brees Hall and his pass catching ability over Connor and Swift. That's just my 2 cents.
Do you take?
I agree with that.
Kamara there or Hall?
Hall.
Take Hall over Kamara?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now everybody's playing catch up at the running back position here, so all these guys are going to have to go find something here.
I figured Swift and Pacheco would be going around the turnover there, but like you said, they're playing catch up.
I mean, in fairness, Team 1, he got right now guys that are locked in for like a pretty good workload on their offenses, Connor and Swift.
Yeah.
I know it's not like it's not an exciting turn, but Right?
Well,
like,
I mean, listen,
unless
I also
maybe there's a trade, Chris, but like right now, Swift is locked in as
yeah.
like a bell cow back, right?
I'm not anti-Swift. I'm a Swifty. I'm a Swifty. But
I'm
but
still
I'll say
kind of waiting
this.
for the other shoe to drop, but it still hasn't. And the closer we get to the season, the less likely it is. So
Yeah. See, one of the things about going heavy wide receiver from the right side of the board in that 9 to 12 spot is it always seems in this 66 to 75, 80 range, you always have these nice running backs, these guys that the Pachecos, the Pollards, the Warrens, sometimes Harvey makes it there.
I got to be honest with you. I really like what Team 11 and 12 are doing now.
Yeah.
I get behind. I get
Who let the
behind
dogs
those.
out?
That's my dog. He's not
He
happy
didn't
right
like
now.
that pick, huh?
He didn't.
He didn't like the pick. Just real quick about Team 1, Nelson, to follow up your statement there. I think you're going to see that a lot with drafters this year, where as back in the day, everybody was flexing out a wide receiver. People this year aren't scared to have 3 running backs on their roster through 6 rounds, 7 rounds if you have an elite quarterback or tight end, and flex out a 3rd running back. Especially if they're running backs that are in a good spot, a good starting position, such as a James Conner and DeAndre Swift. So to follow up what you're saying, I agree. With Team 1, I like that. I don't have a problem with that build, but he's putting himself a little, behind the 8 ball at the wide receiver position.
I don't want to have 2 wide receivers after 6.
If he takes Higgins instead of Kyron, do you love that team?
One more time.
If he takes Higgins over Kyron, you love that team?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too.
Yeah. Yep. Why? It makes you feel differently?
It makes me feel good inside. If he took
warm
Higgins.
and fuzzy?
Yeah. Nice little Cincinnati stack, and you get 2 good running backs at 5'6". Yeah, I would have liked that better.
Okay. All right, we're coming close here. We got 4 picks away.
Okay, what do we got here?
Billy in the chat trying to justify why he passed on Breece Hall in the 6th round the other night.
Hawkinson is a nice price nowadays. Oh, there
Yeah,
goes
he is.
Pigs.
especially given the workload he's going to have the first 3 weeks.
Yep.
And probably all season. I mean, I could see a world in which there's a lot of passes getting filtered down to Hawkinson with a new quarterback.
Okay,
So that was going to be my recommendation right there was Debo. So
Yeah, I like Debo there.
Debo is going to be my pick. We get sniped at least. So we're up for suggestions here, gentlemen.
I'm putting some people in the queue. I know you guys aren't fans of them, but I mean, I don't really know what's left. So,
Nelson, why don't you take the lead here?
Pittman for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Dan, how do you feel about that? I'm starting to warm up to him.
Daniel Jones at QB, number 1 receiver. Downs got the hammy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you hit that, Dan?
Yep, I got it.
You got it in? Okay.
Yep.
So what do we now? I think the build is perfect. 7th round, we got 4 wide, an elite tight end who's basically a receiver, and you got the veteran stud running back and the possible rocket rookie.
Yeah, it's an unsexy pick. I would have liked Debo
No, I was
a
fine
little
with
bit
it.
better, but I think Pittman. If it was Richardson at quarterback, I'd be out on these receivers, or a little bit lower, not totally out, but with Jones starting, I think Jones can move the offense.
Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, team 1 and 2. This will be interesting. They both have 2 wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
and now they're in a position where they gotta go reach a little bit at the wide receiver position, which is what's scary about drafts right now. If you don't lock up your 3 or 4 within the first 6 rounds, you're putting yourself in a position where you get in a draft like this where there's all yellow, that you might be behind the 8 ball.
Take a look at the private chat when you get a second.
The thing for me, Chris, this is what I was talking about a couple of weeks ago, is that I'm fine if you don't have a number 4 receiver, if you have a good running back in the flex.
Mm-hmm.
But if by now you don't have your number 2 or number 3 receiver, I think this is where it gets tricky. Like, I just feel like these next few guys, there's guys that are going to work out and be reasonable starters. But I think there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to fail.
And let's reiterate to all the people that are watching this, okay? This is why after our first 3 rounds, there might have been guys at other positions that, we liked, but you got to stick to your guns and go receiver there with Pickens and then follow up with Zay Flowers, okay? It opened up the board to us in the 6th round to take a Harvey that drops a little bit or complete our RB2 with an upside RB2 in an RJ Harvey that we all liked, okay? And it was risky. We could have just took an Olave, a Myers, a Golden there and got our 4th receiver. We come back down. Maybe we're not in love with Michael Pittman, but a solid wide receiver 4 who's going to be a 1 on his team in an offense I like. So that's just my 2 cents. Let's see.
No, I agree.
What do we got?
Yeah, kind of an interesting decision here.
Yeah, when we get on the clock, we can probably talk about it. I wouldn't want to get sniped by one of these guys here.
Mm-hmm. I don't like these guys at the corner here. They were forced to take yellow. They both take 2 hurt wide receivers. They're both in a rough spot in week 1. Okay, because now they got to go even further down their bench to go start somebody, right? Shakir won't be there. Jennings won't be there. Downs won't be there. Team 2 just goes Jennings and Downs, and
I think it's an easy pick for us here, but I don't know if everybody agrees.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally fine passing on my boy because like I said earlier, I think this is what I think the other player makes more sense for this team.
Jaden Reed.
All right, another hurt wide receiver.
Yeah, that was just a hurt
he's
right
back
there.
Though. He's back. He's. I mean,
He's
back.
I would have took Reed before the other 3.
What about Scatterbo? Scatterbo's going on the pup. I was hearing people saying the guy.
He's playing
tonight.
tonight.
Let's forget about that for a second,
right,
and let's talk this out here, guys. We got 4 receivers, and we got everything we need.
I think it's an easy. I think
it's
easy
Dak.
one. Well,
everybody wants to put the stack together.
That's fine with me.
Okay, Dan, can you send it in? The pick is it? Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know. I mean, now that we've made the pick, I would say you guys need to learn to ride without condoms a little bit and try to push them back around. But that's just me.
But why? I mean, I don't.
Well,
see
Dan,
it.
I'll say this, Dan. You got 4 teams to the right of us that have 2 shots at taking them off the board and sniping us
going
up
up lately, right?
of the stack.
That is fair, but none of them have anything to stack with. So there is that.
But it's a 6-point passing. Touchdown.
Yeah. I mean,
Dak's moving up.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it.
That would have been my other pick, guys. I was gonna bring up. Do you want to put a 5th now that we're a little iffy? Let put Keon Coleman on our team. Let him and Pittman fight it out early in the season to see who's going to be our flex player.
I mean, honestly, I was ready to go Coleman over Pittman. I don't know why Shakir goes ahead of Coleman anymore. The guy's had a fantastic camp. He just keeps crushing it day after day, and I'm just perplexed by that.
Mm-hmm.
But he consistently goes ahead of him.
Yeah, I still think it's the right move, guys. I still think putting Dak on this team.
Why
at that
risk
point-
it?
Yeah, exactly. Why risk it? Is the way I would look at it.
If we weren't set with 4 wide receivers and elite tight end and 2 running backs we really like,
Mm-hmm.
Can
I
we
just
talk
look at
about
it as once you have CD and you make the decision to take Pickens, then
You're moving them up.
you gotta just take the quarterback with the stack, because otherwise, why are we that high on taking both guys from Dallas if we don't think like we're not that high on the quarterback?
I see it the same way. I mean, in this
Yep.
particular build with the 2 of them in there, you got to pull the trigger on Dak there, or else why would you take Pickens in the 4th? You know, not that Pickens doesn't go there. I'm just saying, you know, you build, you know, like Nelson always says, you're telling a story, right? So our story here in this draft is we love Dallas's offense. We're trying to stack it with a Lamb owner. Then we get Pickens. Well, now we got to go complete the story and get Dak. We weren't getting him back. I don't know what other quarterbacks you guys like over Dak. Once Mahomes comes off the board, you're in Baker, Dak,
I'm
Nick's
waiting.
territory.
I'm waiting a while.
Okay.
If you know.
So, how about the Mixon pick at 805?
Yep, I hate it.
Yeah, he's off my board right now. I have no idea what's going on there.
Yeah,
Guys, it's crazy. In the last 15 picks, look how many injured guys or guys, the big question marks that, you know, Godwin, you know, Shakir.
What is going on with that?
Down,
The Godwin and who is it? The lineman. They're supposed to be out for 4 games, but they're not putting them on the pup. Like,
Well, I mean, we got more clarity. That, you know, the coach said that we're going to see them in October. So that's more clarity than what we had, you know, before. It was a
And who
guessing game.
cares if it's pup or not? Like I was saying, you guarantee he's going to go on pup. Well, guess what? Put him on pup or don't. He already said that he's not going to be till October. He could sit around and not be pup until October. That's fine. It's the same thing.
I added another player into the queue if we're looking at that
I
position.
saw that. I like the first 2 better, but
Are we thinking about? I'll put it in the chat. You know,
We could go any. I definitely don't like the 3rd guy. I could tell you that guy. I do like the 1st guy on this team, on this build.
I like the first 2 guys.
okay.
yeah, I think the first
You
2.
like the first 2, Nelson?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get one of them now for sure.
Well, I just added somebody as well.
But I think I do like the first guy the most, but
Yeah,
I'm fine with whoever you guys decide.
I'm with you.
I'm kind of
Nelson.
shocked. I don't know how you like those 2 guys over the guy that just went. Because I know he's hurt right now, but he maybe misses
Well,
one
that's
game.
part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he misses 1 game, he was basically.
Well, wait. How do you know
Target
one
London.
game?
Yeah.
How do you
Are
know
we-
he even misses the 1 game? You don't know
Dan.
that either.
Dan
All right.
Nelson, you
Okay,
want the
we got it.
first guy or the second guy?
I'm good with either one.
Dan, call it.
I think it's got to be the first one.
Okay. Let's talk about him real quick because this is a guy that's actually moving up my board. You hear the news out of Houston. Every beat reporter everyone's in love with the kid Higgins, and maybe that's the upside play. And Christian Kirk's just the boring old veteran play, but he's locked into the top 2 wide receiver set in a pass offense with a bad run game. Like
I just worry the kid they drafted in the 3rd round.
he's running behind Hutchinson though right now, Matt.
Yeah.
I think that kid's pretty. I think that kid was the perfect. What do you call him? He was the perfect Tank Dell replacement. That kid was pretty damn good too. I don't know. We'll see.
You're,
we'll see
you're
how
talking
Kirk
about
is.
Noel though, not Higgins. So
Yes, I'm
I
talking
think-
about
Yeah.
Noel. I'm talking about Noel. I'm not talking about Higgins.
Yep.
Look at Bill. Bill lasted until almost the end of the ninth.
The boomer pick.
Marvelous restraint. Everybody in the draft. Nobody took him until the 9th round. It's the latest he's gone since Sunday, I think.
I love Njoku. I think that's a fantastic pick.
Oh yeah, it's such an easy pick, and he's so cheap this year. All right, well, I think we're going to have some interesting decisions.
I honestly like the fourth guy is an option. The second guy, the second guy, then the third guy in our queue. But
yeah, I mean, I don't mind.
Especially at this point, I think there's somebody, and I'll add somebody else I really like. I'll add that guy.
Yeah, yep,
But-
I'm good. I'm good with him too.
and there's even him. And there's
Here,
even
I'm,
him.
I'm gonna
just going to
add
point
the.
out no quarterbacks have been taken since Dak. Just saying.
Okay.
But I mean, maybe Dak goes.
Maybe he did. Maybe he would have. I don't know.
The last guy that was just added, that was me. He's the highest on my board.
I can't see him on my thing. I don't know who you added. I got my iPad up over there.
No. you gotta drag your bar down so the history is smaller.
There we go. We turned into an IT.
Yeah,
IT
I'm not
lesson.
fucking with it. We just leave it.
Well, if somebody from our queue goes, oh nope, I guess Matt's never gonna know who's at the bottom. All right,
Oh.
so let's get some
let's
votes in,
focus.
guys.
I say, 2, 3, 4. I kind of really like those guys.
Nelson.
To me, I'm looking
Well, I
at the
guess
guy.
it's one. I guess it's 1, 2, 3 now because you guys keep moving it.
Yeah.
To me, it's the fourth. It's the fourth guy down that could break fantasy.
Yep.
I like 2 or 3. I get why 1, but I think 2 or 3 is, well, probably 2. I like the best.
I'm fine with any of those. You guys decide on this one.
Okay. We're gonna go.
3. Anybody like that?
You on it, Chris?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I agree with Nelson here on this turn.
All right.
Yeah, I like him too, but he seems to be awful fucking brittle.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been fine with the other guys that you guys had ahead of him, but he's the guy that if CMC doesn't stay healthy and Garendo gets the shot, like we already saw a sample size of what he's capable of doing, and he can put up 20+ point games.
I agree with you. And we also saw him get hurt again. So,
Sure. But you know what? I agree with the way Nelson looks at that as well. For as a our third running back, McCaffrey's brittle too. He gets hurt all the time. And who could step in and be a big time top 12 running back out of the 4 guys we had in our queue? To me, it's Garendo over the other 4 guys.
Yep, fair enough. And one of those guys in our queue has at least some chance of making it back to us.
No, I don't hate our pick. I'm just saying I was just making the counter argument, as they say.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know.
Matt,
I think
so here, let me ask you this. I know you were playing devil's advocate there, but you like Walker in the 4th round, right? And as far as injury history, he's well documented. So why Walker in the 4th round, but then Garendo kind of gives you pause in the 10th?
No, I like Garendo. I wouldn't have minded Tootin. Garendo has shown me already, much as I like him, and I was in on him last year and I had a ton of him, and I still draft him this year. I think Tootin is a guy that's going to emerge. I think one of these running backs does get traded possibly too, from the Tank Bigsby's. It doesn't sound like they're keeping all 4 of these guys. So, and again, this is the guy that they drafted. This kid has all the metrics coming out. The guy that, like you said, you want to tell a story? It's the same exact story we saw in Tampa.
How about Sampson and Jenkins going back to back? That's how confused drafters are right now with this Cleveland backfield.
I mean, I'm happy that at least Sampson is like. I don't know why. Like, I'm taking Sampson over Bill. I don't understand how that. If I had to choose them straight up,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
Sampson
think
for
that's
me
fair.
every time. I'm not saying he should be going in the 8th round, 9th round, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't
would have
think
been totally fine with Samson there
that
if
was
you
another
guys
one.
had decided that.
Yeah, again, I don't hate the Garendo pick. I'm just worried. The guy's hurt already again. I know he was back today. It looked like he had something on. He was wearing some harness on his shoulder. So I'm a little worried to the fact I'm not doubting the talent. I'm
Do you
just
guys
worried to the
think
fact
that?
that he's
Do you guys feel that? I know everyone's a Trevion Henderson whore in here, but do you guys feel that Ramondre Stevenson's being overlooked on draft boards because of that this year?
I mean, I think to a degree at a certain point his price, but I don't like when I see him and Antonio Gibson being like, "Yeah, it's cool. We're in a timeshare." Like, honestly, I don't want to draft a guy that says that they're cool being in a timeshare. I don't really like that. I want the guy that wants to win the job.
Well,
He
they
wants
all
be
want to
there.
say kumbaya. Every team they want to.
I think he's pretty happy he got paid, and I think sees the writing on the wall. I think some people don't want to rock the boat neither.
I'm just saying for a build like this, Nelson, are you more opposed to on a build like this? Your RB3, would you go steady veteran or crazy upside?
I see. We're in a tournament style format here with this team, and I'm always shooting for upside. I'm not looking as like if I had question marks with my running backs that I had taken, yeah, maybe I want a steady guy that gets me out of the gate that I know has, is going to have touches, week 1, week 2. But I think Harvey, he should have a pretty good role. You got Taylor. I'm okay with going upside.
I like the second guy in the queue here, but my point was when we had Blue in there, it's like, you know what, if this kid hit, and we got these Cowboys, and again, that was an upside play to me. I don't know if the kid's going to be good or not. I know the kid's fast and he can catch passes. I'm not the biggest Blue guy, but I think for this build, it was kind of nice. But
He would have fit as well. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Okay, so you guys would be more of a Blue or Garendo or Tootin over a Ramondre as your RB3 on a
absolutely,
build like this.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hey, there goes the forgotten Brian Robinson.
Yeah, he might be in a really nice spot soon.
Yeah, he could end up somewhere good. You never know.
I'm for the second guy in the queue. I mean,
Yeah,
I understand what you guys are going to say, but at some point,
No, I like the second guy.
that would be my pick as well. So
Okay.
I think we're all there then.
yeah.
and like I said, I know the first game, what's his name, played a lot of
I don't
snaps,
even.
but
Go ahead.
they talked highly about this guy out here all preseason for months out here in Tennessee about how they love
Matt,
this
I
kid.
can't take argue with you about Garendo and his injury history, and then say no. I don't feel good about Spears.
No, I wasn't that I was opposed to Isaac Garendo. I like Isaac Garendo. I agree with your thesis and all that.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that he is the contingent play. I think Tootin will be playing. He will have a role in that offense sooner than later. Sampson will as well, and so would Blue. So as our third running back, that was my thing to make the argument.
No, I get it. I guess
Yours is valid. If CMC goes down, yes, him. It's like if Kenneth Walker goes down, Zach Charbonnet might be the best pick on the board.
here's the thing. I hate saying this because I do not need to see it in order to believe it or have conviction on a player. But I'm just saying we've seen Garendo, and when he's got the whole backfield to himself, what he can do.
I agree. Like I said, I was in on him last year, and it killed me to see the guy get hurt. I was not happy.
All right, coming up here, we got 4 guys in the queue. It looks like. Anybody want to add anyone else?
No, because I really like the idea of the guy that's the top of the queue right now.
I'm with Chris on that. As much as I love the second guy,
Yeah.
I think the way we just played it,
Yep. Agreed.
but I
The
do
top
love that
guy?
second.
You guys like the top guy?
Yeah.
Unless it moved. Yeah. Let's see.
For me, it's one or two. I mean, I think number two is a really nice value here too. So I really like him as well. But
Yep.
what do you say, Nelson? Oh, well, I guess Geist made that pretty easy for us.
I was gonna say I'm thinking a totally different direction. So I don't think I'm gonna convince you guys in like 45 seconds. So
Well, let's hear it.
You could have
You
put
wanna-
the player in the thing and let us,
yeah, here.
I know who you're gonna. Oh, well. I still think that the top guy is right for this build. I got someone else in mind we could talk out later at that position, Nelson.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I would take that guy right underneath your guy. I don't
But
care.
I like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got plenty of that guy.
Yeah, so do I. But it's like why not take him on this team?
I like the Colston Loveland pick paired up with Tucker Kraft. That's a really nice idea at tight end. You know,
That's
you got a
an
solid
awesome
veteran. You got a solid veteran in Kraft to start the year off, so you can let Loveland play it out. And if Loveland's a star at some point this year, again, I always talk about being able to flex out a tight end. If Colston Loveland's a star and Tucker Kraft is a top 6 solid veteran tight end, you might be able to play both in some weeks. So I like that move for team.
We mentioned it on the pod, and just look what it's giving you here, like in the 9th round, these tight ends.
Yeah.
Like Ingram, I think, is going to be the wide receiver too. However, the most catches, second most catches.
From the moment Tyler Warren came off the board, every single tight end can be on any of my teams.
Yeah. And like what Rob did, he waited to the 10th round and he got Kraft and Loveland, like you said. I think Tucker Kraft could be a top 5 tight end in my opinion, easily.
Yeah. Kincaid Pitts is a nice pairing of the never quite made it tight ends.
Yeah.
But I mean,
if you're waiting,
could make it.
If you're waiting this long, it's
Yeah, I mean, that's just the luxury of this year is, you wait till round 12 and you get a Brock Purdy to be your QB1, a Drake May to be your QB1, a Jared Goff to be your QB1, I believe, right? Yeah, Goff was Team 9's QB1. I was going to bring up Ferguson if he got to us, just because of obviously the complete stack, go all in.
That's why I was mentioning Blue earlier. He was not my top choice out of those guys. I think Orendo's better than him and everything, but just for the stack and everything. If the offense just goes off.
Yeah, I just think it's smart drafting the way this team was built, that in rounds 10, 11, and 12, we hit all green stickers. We had 2 running backs we like. Where this team's going to rely on RJ Harvey hitting the ground running and being productive right off the bat. But that was another reason to bring up a Ramondre Stevenson as our RB3 on this type of build, was maybe early on in September, Ramondre's getting 15 carries a game and RJ Harvey starts off a little slow.
But we ain't wearing condoms, so we're good.
Yeah, we're not. Exactly. You know what?
I know.
You're right. You're right.
Fun.
No,
Yeah. Maybe a little.
I totally understand your point on that, Chris.
Mm-hmm. But you had to hit. You had to keep hitting green, in my opinion.
Yep.
Anything stand out looking at other people's teams right now, guys, as we get close to our pick?
I like how Sangerman, team 8, is handling his running backs for a 0 RB build. He's going about it pretty much exactly the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice that at the beginning of the draft that he went 0 running back.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think Sampson's going to be at least heavily involved.
Yes, definitely.
I don't really care in a lot of the teams who the starter is or not. It's how many snaps you're getting and what touches are you getting. Are you getting the high value touch? Are you getting the pass catches? Are you getting the green zone touches? That's what I want, So everybody's like, oh, he's the starter. A lot of it's starter in name only. And, you don't want the guy from the 20 to the 20.
Mm-hmm.
I like the second guy on the list because when we push, for me, like that Dak Mayfield territory, I like getting like a pretty decent backup.
I'm fine with the second or the fifth.
So let's see. So Kyler just comes off the board. Manangai goes. Now, I think it's just a perfect pairing if we want to take the guy that's second on the list.
Okay, so let's go with him.
Let's
Everybody
just talk
seems to
about
like
it.
him.
Yeah, does anybody have an objection to it?
No, not really.
No, it's him or five, but I'm fine with him.
Yep,
So.
yep. I'm the same.
Now, here's the thing. We have an opening week. We got the free look at Dak, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I've been pairing Dak with Trevor Lawrence a lot this summer. If Dak shits the bed in week one, you could go right to Trevor Lawrence, who's in a game versus Carolina's defense week one at home. I like that substitution there with Trevor Lawrence.
I agree. If Gordon wasn't there at 12-4, and we don't know, like they have no running backs right now. We don't know what HN is. Otherwise, I would have said let's hit May or Purdy. But we all seem cool with it, so it's good.
Yeah.
Najee's a nice pick there for that particular build, I think. For one thing, he's got Hampton, so he's kind of got the handcuff there in round 13, which that's super cheap for Najee, of course, because he's injured. But we'd be drafting Najee a good bit higher than that if it weren't for the injury.
Mm-hmm.
And he can afford to wait. I mean, I think he's got good enough running backs to start off that he's not going to need Najee for quite some time, if ever.
Tell you what, this board is shrinking, though. I remember the good old summer days of July and August where you get into the 16th, 17th round and be like, still got a lot to choose from. But now, 13th, 14th rounds, those guys all moved up.
Here, I'm going to add two guys to the list, and then you guys tell me what you think.
Senior Football says, "Isn't Spears already injured too?" Yes, he is, but it's a long term.
The season does not start this week.
It's a long season.
We have a 10-man bench. That's why they give you a 10-man bench.
That's right.
Oh yeah, if you go back and read the comments, senior Football loves our team. He's ripping on every pick we make.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, F you, Senior.
I mean, I'm pretty much open to anybody here, but
yep.
I think what I wrote maybe.
I think I like 3 and 4 as our number 6 receiver. What do you guys think?
Okay,
3 and
I'm
4.
with you. I mean,
You
I
want
like
that
both
now?
of them. Well,
I mean, just the way the
it's
draft is
getting
going.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not picking for another what?
I like the top guy actually.
Yeah, I like the top guy too.
Okay.
I mean, let's get some more depth and in a good situation, I would say. Again, it goes back to, is a 6 really going to wind up seeing the field for us on this team? Hopefully not.
I mean, we put. I mean, Pittman and Kirk. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I look at those guys different. I mean, I think Pittman's a good receiver. Kirk has been, but I don't know if he's dusty. So I'm a little worried there. Like I said, I think the guy they drafted to replace Tank Dell might usurp him quicker than we think.
Okay.
Like, honestly, that guy I like a lot. That's an excellent contingent play. Talk about a guy that could, in the 14th round, if something happens to Henry. Yeah, if something happens to Henry.
Sure. But wait, why doesn't anybody talk about Justice Hill anymore?
Well, I mean, Justice Hill is going to have a role, but I'm talking about if Henry goes down. Like,
Sure.
I think it's Mitchell would be the guy that has the chance to really blow up, and Justice Hill would be involved, catching some passes and stuff. But
I find it's kind of funny that guys like Mitchell and Marks are going ahead of and we took Marks, but Allgaier just seems to be dropping down draft boards, and I'm not sure if I understand why. I mean, if something happens to Bijan, that guy's going to be wheels up.
Dan, what'd you just call him?
yeah, isn't it Algier or
Algier, Allgaier? I don't know. Algier.
yeah, had me a little.
Did I miss somebody?
Carlos face.
I love you, Dan.
I know you do.
I love you, Dan.
You love me enough to tell me when to take the condom off. That's all I know.
Oh, that sounded. Hey, Dan. Dan. Talk about editing something out here. Holy shit. My God.
Whoever put the last guy in, I don't think it's a bad play for later.
Oh, man.
The person that put the last guy in, it was you, Matt. Had to be.
No, that was me.
I didn't.
It was
Matt's
me.
talking up his own picks. He's
I'm
like,
not
hey, you
put-
know
I
it's a
didn't put
great
him in.
pick. That last
It
one
was-
that's in the queue.
I knew you guys would not be in on him, so I didn't even bother. Like this.
No, I put
guys,
him
don't
in
even
there
bother.
because of who we already have. So
Yes. Okay.
yeah.
You didn't need to say that, but yes.
Well, that could be any one of many people.
Oh man, let's see. I gotta go back to the videotape. Here. Warner Wolf. Who remembers Warner Wolf?
Warner Wolf.
The guy I just put in last. Okay. Can we at least?
I didn't like him when he was healthy. I don't want fuck. Oh, she got him.
Okay. So let's,
Yeah.
Okay. I got shot down for that one, guys. I've been overruled. That's fine.
He might just not be good at football. in the
Yeah.
NFL.
That might unfortunately be true.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like most teams have two quarterbacks by now, or at least half of them.
You know who fell really far in this draft? Like Justin Fields.
Right.
He's been, it seems to be, perpetually falling. I mean, after, I think we might be, as nervous as I was, and I told you guys, I think we're taking it a bit too far now. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the negativity with all the Jets players, the Jets offense, and I know, our boy Nelson is leading that charge, but at some point, these guys, they got to move the ball somehow. Everybody can't. This isn't a 3-point a week offense.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I just feel like it goes up and down with each day's practice reports. He has 3 bad days in a row. The offense sucks. He falls. And then the next day it's like, oh, Fields to Wilson's on fire today.
No,
and
Chris.
everybody's like, whoa, did we overreact?
Chris, I see it in the same day. It depends who you're following. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, they're showing you passes that are horrible. Somebody else is showing you touchdown passes. I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, if Arthur Smith can do what he did with Fields and make Fields a solid fantasy starter, I think he can probably do that in the Jets offense as well.
Yeah.
okay, well, they want one of our guys.
Yep, we got a few though. I don't mind the number 1 guy. Definitely good with the number 3 guy.
I mean, I like the number 1 guy. I think we just got to get, more of what the number 3 guy is or the number 2 guy is,
Yeah.
People at home
But-
are like, "Oh, just say their names." No, we can't. we're on the clock now, so we could speak freely this late.
Yes.
So, Dan, start us off.
I think we got to take yellow.
I like Noel here. I think he fits well. Since we got Kirk already,
He's the head.
one of
he's the head
those
coach.
guys. I think is going to be making plays all year long.
Nelson.
I'm good deferring to Dan and Matt. On this
I mean, I'm fine. I like him or 2, so I'm fine. But I'm fine with number 3. I'm fine with Noel.
All right, Dan, put him on the board.
I think it's got to be yellow here. I think we need another. And I like this because, like I said, it's basically getting his handcuff.
Right. And Christian, I wouldn't necessarily be doing that if Christian Kirk hadn't kind of proven that he's had some injury issues in the past. I'm not calling him injury prone, but he's had injury issues in the past. And so, I don't know. It might be a condom pick, but that's all right.
No, I that I don't mind.
A lot of condom talk for everybody that came
There's
in.
a lot of condom talk there.
We
rubbers.
definitely got to get sponsored.
For anybody just tuning in now, Dan says he takes a condom off when he's with me, I think. Something like that.
Something or other.
Something like that. I don't know.
I'm going to say this. I'll make this prediction. If there's an injury to the wide receiver group on the team from the guy that's number one in our queue, he's going for 300 plus.
Oh, yeah, I think he's going for Puka money.
Okay.
Well, we can take him when we come back around.
DeAndre
no problem with
Hopkins.
Oh, the ultimate upside pick, DeAndre Hopkins.
Remember that Monday night game? We thought he was back. We're like, wow. And that was it. It was like a one-hit wonder.
Jay Wimmers has the right description for Christian Kirk. He's injury adjacent. That's good. I like that.
I just think this team, he's one of those guys that's just overlooked. Is he going to put up 25 fantasy points? No, but he's a 6 for 75 game.
Did you see that in the chat? I won't be dropping my keys at the GFG next week. Oh, that is great.
That's our guy Spiteri.
Nelson, I'm with you. I'm with you on this.
On this
I
one?
like it.
You're a son of a bitch, guys.
I'll tell you what, I put my head down. I just put my head down and I looked up. I thought that Dan tapped on it. I thought he was ours.
No,
guys.
Unfortunately, no. All right,
He had
time
to
to
get a
regroup.
line player.
How about one of the top two guys that I put in at that?
I think two. I like two.
I like two.
I mean, now that we got
Again,
Danny Dimes, I like it. Can we do that?
We're just doubling the condom here if we do that.
That's it.
Yeah. Just you ever hear of like backing up, like handcuffing your running back, right? We're handcuffing receivers now. That's the new strategy. We're playing chess.
Ooh. I'm with you, Nelson. I really would have liked Tesla. I really would have liked him.
Nelson, that's not the strategy. The strategy is Downs is going to go on IR, and the Colts passing offense is going to.
I don't want. Don't put that juju.
Offenses in the league.
Don't put that.
We're all in on the Colts.
I hear you. I'm in on Downs. I got a lot of Downs.
Can we add Daniel Jones as a third QB?
Absolutely, we could do that.
Oh man.
Listen, the reports out of camp, Adonai Mitchell's like the star of their
Yes.
camp. Kid was a stud in college, okay? If it's him and Pittman, okay?
Yeah. Oh, I don't disagree with the pick. I just think Tesla's got more upside.
Well, he was going to be
But
on our team.
I could be wrong. More upside. It's whoever has the opportunity, right? That's what matters.
Yeah.
We're taking shots here. We're buying lottery tickets here.
Yeah.
We could have maybe gone Tesla and then tried to get Noel in the next round. I mean, that might have been the better strategy in hindsight.
I think Noel would have made it back.
You think so?
Yeah, I wasn't high on the Noel pick. I was on
where's
you
his
guys. So
ADP?
if we cut Noel real early in the season, you'll be hearing from me.
Dan, can you
If we got a 15th round pick,
Dan, can you check ADP? I'm not a big handcuff your wide receiver type of guy, so I'm usually not looking for Noel when I have Kirk.
I'm honestly not that bullish on Kirk, but that's why I was in on that.
There you go. See, that was a make Maddie happy pick there. That's what that was.
Yeah, I mean, I was fine with Tesla there too, but I think it worked out good. We got Noel, we got Mitchell. Let's be happy with our picks. We got
There
the
you
double.
go. Kumbaya.
We
Yes,
double
that's
bang,
right.
but we're ready.
Let's be happy.
Let's all be happy.
Now, Rodriguez just went.
Hey
and
Dan.
what is that,
Hey Dan.
8
Can I put
rounds?
Fryermuth in the queue?
You can. It'd be a good
Oh, he
pick by
just
now,
went. I
too.
was going to say Chig. Chig would have been a good
Yeah.
pick.
Are we taking a tight end?
I don't know. I mean, we could. We don't have to.
No, we don't have to. But I like 3 options at that position.
I like the I like the last one and the first one.
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, I like the first one.
I know why whoever put. Well, he moved down now.
Yeah.
But
you
hold
put it
on,
down,
hold
yeah.
on.
I know why you.
Oh, Fryermuth just went.
Ah.
Shit!
See, that's what happens. You go talking out of school here. Come on, Chris.
Look what I put in the chat. Like, why wouldn't we do that?
Let's see. To answer your question, Jalen Noel and Isaac Tesla are neck and neck in ADP.
I like that
two-
call, Matt.
202.5 and 202.79.
Okay.
All right. Who we going with?
Oh, we're up here, guys.
I like Matt's call
Um,
with Goddard.
Wait,
Goddard?
can I
Yeah, I'm good with Goddard.
I agree. I like it. Solid veteran.
I mean, the other thing we could do is look in the
And
depth
the free
chart.
look.
Yeah,
Who's
the
the
free
backup
look is-
tight end in Arizona?
Yep.
Who's the backup tight end in Arizona? We could go.
You know what? I heard his name last week when they were playing. I can't remember it.
Isn't it still that Calcaterra guy?
That's it.
No.
That's for the Eagles. That's
Yeah. It's I think isn't it like Tip Rainman or
Oh,
something?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. You're talking for Arizona.
I
I
was
thought you were
watching a
talking for
little.
Goddard.
What was
Since
it?
Goddard
Was it
is
the
definitely getting hurt.
Cardinals, Broncos.
Yeah, it's
That's
Tip
what-
Reeman, I believe.
Yeah, you're the.
Why, you wanted to draft him, Nelson?
No,
It's a joke.
Nelson wants to draft
I
him.
was joking.
The Cardinals getting all angry.
He's like, what the fuck? Wait, you want to draft him?
Hey,
What are we trying to do with him?
All right, I'm taking the tight ends out of the queue here.
Yeah.
We're done there.
All right. That second guy down. I don't know what the heck's going on with that. Like, we haven't even heard anything about
Yeah,
that.
I'm with you.
Right.
I got a feeling like IR might be coming up.
Really?
I don't. Have you? Somebody was on Twitter. They're like, please. I think it was Kay Adams, and they were like, please ask him about the second guy because you don't hear nothing. They talk nothing about him, and yeah, obviously he's got that.
Can we take a defense here?
Yeah, who do you want?
Well, I mean,
Those are going to be the 2 that Nelson wants, probably right there.
let's take a look.
Or this one.
No.
The last 3.
No.
How do we not take the top one on
No.
the board if available?
Oh, I know.
All right.
Oh, I
The top one
know.
at the position.
I know. I know who he wants.
Yeah.
I know.
Have you looked at their schedule to start the year?
Yeah. Have you looked at this one's schedule? Hold on. Have you looked
Yeah,
at
show me.
Have you looked at this team's schedule?
Yes, I like that one too.
Okay. I think we get one on the way back, unless there's somebody. Unless you just want to take it now, that's fine. But what about the one that at the top of the queue?
That's what at the top of the queue. I think we can
Well,
get.
we can go kicker if you want.
I'm fine. With
If you want the look, we can do it. Yeah.
Or
I don't
do
care.
you want to play the longer game with the second person? Or have you had enough? Huh?
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
That sounds like a no from
I think
all of
it's
you.
kicker or defense here.
Okay.
You
Well,
you guys decide, but I think I'm good with the kicker. You get a free look.
That's why
The free look gets
I
me.
usually do it in the 19th, but you know what? Let's get it out of the way now. I like the free look. And he's a good kicker. I don't know why all of a sudden it's not one of the top kickers, but he's always reliable.
He's not hitting 70 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're going to score points. So
I know.
we'll take it.
Okay, I'm on the clock here.
This is definitely a different type of team that I've built this summer. So I like that. How does everybody feel about it?
Let me take a look here.
Yeah, let me look at it again.
Nelson, what don't you like about the team? How about that? And what would you have done differently if you were on your own?
On my own?
If you were on your own, what would you have done differently? One thing. Go around the horn.
No, I'm give me 1 second because I'm looking.
Yep.
I would have liked. I might have taken a shot. I mean, Pittman. I don't mind the Pittman pick. I do like Pittman. Coleman would have been a possibility there, just going for total upside. I'm not crazy about Kirk. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
I
Dan?
probably would have went.
I wouldn't have done anything different.
Okay.
This is how I would have drafted it.
Nice.
Okay.
Dan, what
That's
about
really
you?
the difference for me.
I mean, obviously, I had to push Dak down around. I think I'd have probably gone with either Coleman or ETN instead, and then that would have gotten us out of the Kirk pick to make Matt happy.
Gotcha.
But I mean, I could be totally wrong on that. So we will see. I know people love him, and he's been good in the past.
I think it's a well-balanced team.
No, I do like the team. I do like the team.
I do have to start incorporating more elite tight end into my drafts. I'll say that. I'm pretty lightweight on Bowers, McBride, and Kittle. I still think they offer a huge advantage. The problem with me and my drafts is that I'm starting to like so many of those round, 8, 9, 10 tight ends that we spoke about earlier, that it's just an easier way to draft, knowing that you'll get somebody in that range that you like. And to replace an elite tight end in the top 3 rounds with an elite extra receiver or another elite running back or an elite quarterback, it just is always my preference. So I don't know how you guys feel about that.
What, taking the elite tight end?
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I mean, I don't have a problem taking Bowers in the second. I love that we took McBride there. I had no problems with that. I mean, I think they're basically like wide receiver ones. And I think the real possibility of Bowers being a guy that's in the middle of the first round for years to come. I mean, look what he did last year with that offense. I mean, that team. I mean, I like Antonio Pierce as a person. He should not have been a head coach.
You know him?
No, I'm just saying. It seems like a nice, Giants, he seems like,
I met him once.
rah-rah.
Actually a prick. Yeah.
Actually a prick. Okay,
Yeah.
You know what? That's good. But whatever. Point is, he should not be a head coach. I was trying to be nice.
No, he was a rah-rah guy. He was a rah-rah guy that they rallied around for a half a season. Then the coach said, all right, let's give him.
Yeah, that's the Raiders. That's the only team that would have given him the job.
All right, we're up.
Chris, I'm good with either the defense we were talking about with the good schedule or a free look.
I'd rather this one. I'd rather the desert.
All right, go for it.
Yeah. Just, they're an up-and-coming defense. I love their
Saints.
week 1. Yeah. You get a good matchup in week
and they
1.
have a good one.
And week 6, and for the first 6 weeks, they have a really good schedule. So that's my reasoning with Arizona. What was I going to say? Real quick, straight down, go from Dan down. You're in late round 2 or round 3. You have 2 options. Do you go either elite tight end or elite quarterback? What would be your preference first, Dan?
I'm going probably tight end.
Okay, Matt?
Tight end. I think I can get the quarterback.
Yep.
Nelson?
Are you saying the option is what?
Bowers, McBride, or Kittle, or Allen, Lamar, and whoever your third quarterback is, whether it's Hurts, Burrow,
quarterback. I'm a push tight end back kind of guy.
Okay, so we're split. Everybody's different. that's a major question this year.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, to be fair, I don't have a huge preference between the two. But
Yeah,
push come to shove, I'll take the tight end.
like I said, I do have a lot of tight end teams, and I do have a lot of these elite quarterback teams on like the high stakes level. It's just funny. If I'm playing in 350, I'm more willing to push the quarterbacks, push the tight ends in this format. But I do think it gives you. I think on the first episode we did this year, back in the beginning of the month, Chris, you were even saying like this year you see the major advantage for the tight end, and
Yeah.
I think
I
Gino. I think Gino's really him and Bowers could be a really nice duo.
no, I'll definitely be
I
incorporating.
think it's a sneaky offense. I actually kind of like the Raiders this year. I think it's one of the sneaky offenses.
I think when you get in standalone leagues, they become even more enticing. The elite quarterback and elite tight ends, and I'll definitely be incorporating both into my high dollar leagues as well. Once we get in.
Would you say that you're more, not that it's ideal, but you're more comfortable with the possibility of taking the tight end and the quarterback in the first 4 rounds? Like usually something taboo not to do
You're
it.
talking both.
Say if in the 4th round, say you're what do you call Jaden Daniel or Burrow, you know.
I'll always be elite quarterback over elite tight end, but I've been doing that for 15, 20 years, so I have no problem being elite quarterback.
You get Chase, Brock Bowers is there at the 212.
Yeah.
For you. That's one of them I did. And then at the 3-4, you take Burrow. I'm not opposed to that. I've done it. I kind of, you know.
Yeah, I don't. You won't see me do that.
I mean, but
Wow,
again,
this is the first Aaron Rodgers pick I've seen all summer long, I believe, in a
There you
draft.
go.
Hey, so guys, I added the last guy to the queue, and it was a guy that I was thinking about the other day, and it's because of the murky situation there and the free look.
Yep.
I might start like when there's this, it's dried up. I'm gonna start taking him a little bit. What do you guys think of him?
The last guy you have there.
The
I
last
can't
guy.
see him, so
I don't
he's
mind
one
it.
of the-
It's Vidal,
Vidal.
running back for the Chargers.
For
Yeah,
me,
for
it would
me-
be the first guy or the last guy. Dan, which one?
I would go the last guy over the first guy.
Okay.
What do you think, Matt?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Gotcha. Okay. I was gonna let Matt be the tiebreaker.
Yeah. Listen, it's an easy drop because if the opening game, the Chiefs kicker, if Bucker kicks 4 extra points, well, we got to go to the waiver wire and get a kicker anyway for that first week. And unfortunately, Mr. Vidal, if he doesn't put up a good number or have a good roll, he won't see he'll be an opening day cut for us. He won't make 53.
Listen, your 20th round pick, on 96% of teams is going to be cut anyway.
Yes.
Right.
I was just, like I said, I was galaxy braining it a little bit, saying, well, we got Najee, that is a big question mark. We're getting close to the season.
Yep.
Who's the backup? The coach is talking about having a committee, and they play on Friday night. So I was like,
it's a good thought process, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
It's no different than like putting in a Jalen Tolbert or Turpin, as your 20th round pick. Maybe Dak throws a 92-yard touchdown to one of them. Somebody gets behind a defense. They drop a 17 or something like that.
Chris, I like that Turpin call because what was interesting to me was he rested with the starters for Dallas, which made me realize that they probably have plans for him. And Tolbert was the one that was out there with backups.
Why do we take him?
You know what? We should actually have thought about that. That's on us, actually, because of a Dak a stack here with Pickens and Lamb. It actually would have made sense for us to do that instead of
$200 bid Wednesday night.
I hate to put this out there. But we still have 2 weeks before camp. We still have 2 weeks. what if Lamb or Pickens comes up a little hobbly?
Whoa.
Whoa, easy.
Ah,
Don't be putting out that bad juju.
I know.
There's no need for that.
Yeah, no, that would put a cramp into a lot of my teams. But just saying, a Turpin would have actually been smart for this build.
Yeah, that would have been a good pick. I do agree with that. I also put Maffa in there just because it sounds like it might be down to him or Miles Sanders for the last running back spot on the team, and you get that early look. But I think Turpin is a much better one.
Yeah, it seems like he's got the number 3 spot in the wide receiver room locked up this camp. So that's all right. Listen, we've been doing this a long time, and we still make some mistakes, so we overlook that.
Yep.
Dan, can we go off air so I can talk poorly about some of these teams in this draft?
No, let's absolutely talk about it now on air and shit on anybody's team.
No, that's not right.
No. I know.
All right, guys. Yeah, so good draft. If anybody is interested in getting into the NFFC, this is a great way to do it. They also have the 150 online, the best
Draft
ball challenge.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's a fun one as well. A couple of good ways to get into it for a little bit cheaper, and of course you can do $25 or $50 best balls there as well. So
cut lines. Yep,
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of different ways to play it, but we enjoy definitely playing on that site. Anybody else have anything before we get out of here?
No, looking forward to next Friday night. It's coming GST Friday actually. I'll be there early afternoon.
Isn't that crazy? That's a week away. We wake up tomorrow. It's 1 week away from live drafts at GST. I can't wait to host. Maddie, Mo, and Nelson, you guys will be in the house. Dan will bring a picture frame of your put it on the bar. So you're there in spirit. But a lot of guys, even guys in this draft, Spiteri will be there. Satinoff will be there. We have legend after legend in the fantasy game there. Mike Edelman will be there. Jack Hahn and Chris Eibel, 2 auction legends, are coming to fly into New York for it. We basically sold out every draft already, a week plus in advance. Looking forward to that. And then I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys in Vegas. Anybody that's...
I won't be in Vegas, but I will be in the GST.
That'll be me, Chris.
That's when I'll bring the picture of you, Dan, out there so you could sign it.
Is there anything going on at 10 p.m. for drafts, Chris, or no?
So the bullet filled, the live bullet, and that prime time at 10 o'clock, I don't know if it's still on registration or if it's going to happen, to be honest with you. If there's if a couple East Coast guys want to come out and draft live late night while we're all drinking and having food at the bar, do it. And I'm sure Greg and Tom will put a bunch of people online to fill out that league. And that's the only one that didn't fill. But 8 out of 9 drafts that were on registration are full already.
Nice.
Cool.
It'll be a good time.
Definitely. All right. Yeah. And don't forget, we'll be on at our normal time Tuesday morning, 11 o'clock. So make sure you check out the Fantasy Empire then. And I believe we're going to be doing one more of these drafts sometime. We aren't sure exactly when yet, but we'll be doing one more live draft. And, of course, on our regular show, we'll be looking at draft boards from both NFFC and FFPC. So a lot to look forward there, too. All right, guys, you ready to get out of here?
Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
Yeah,
Thank you all.
It was
Good
fun.
luck.
Fun time. Good draft, boys.
All right. Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Hey, I want to thank you for being part of this broadcast. If you have any thoughts on it, leave a comment. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. And if you want to see more shows on the Player Profiler channel, subscribe to it. That's how we know you want more.